Hi, looking to make a difference and in the Village TV with Gail. I am here tonight at the Cinema Arts Center. What a thrill. This is the premiere of The Chemist for Long Island. And I'm going to be meeting with quite a few celebrities. Throwing Star Entertainment is in charge of this. We're going to be meeting with Olivia Grunet, Patrick Kilpatrick, Martin Cove, Richard Grieco, Sasha Mitchell, and I'm so excited because Tom Renner, who is one of the actors who's taking care of some of the choreography, he's going to be here shortly, and he's going to share with us how this all began. So stay tuned.
This situation requires a great deal of finesse. We're going to have to bring in steel.
Screw steel, we don't need him.
This kind of case is his specialty.
All I need is a few mercs. We go in, and I'll smoke them all out.
We had a deal.
It was a mistake.
Screw that. You and I both know we don't make mistakes like that.
Why her?
Everything's in the dossier.
I didn't want it that way.
You're a goddamn executioner, Ronas.
This one doesn't feel right.
It's not your call.
Why did you kill her?
I told you it was way too soon.
That man was your responsibility. Plain and simple.
We're at the Cinema Arts Center, and this is delightful. Standing next to me is the dapper Tom Renner.
Thank you.
Now, Tom, you and I have a couple of things in common.
Yes.
You know that I was a teacher.
Yes.
And I know that you are a social studies teacher in Westbury.
Yes, ma'am. Westbury High School.
But then, well, no, we have something else in common.
And?
I was Life on Mars.
Me too.
It was my picture used to introduce the show for commercials.
Wow, that's great.
But I have to share this with you. It's cute. I give good cry.
Right.
However, when I saw the actor, Jason, walk past the pew, and they said, "Now, Gail," I went, and I froze, and I know
Right.
that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Also, we're on Salt together.
Salt. Yeah, I did stunts on Salt as a SWAT team guy, ESU.
I got blown up in church
Oh, that's very cool.
with all the dummies.
Actually, Angelina Jolie fell in front of me, and I caught her on the ice, and I actually wound up working her for about 6 hours, carrying her on and off the set, holding her hand. She gave me a kiss goodbye at the end of the show. It was really nice.
Unbelievable. Now, you have a self-defense school in
Yes.
Deer Park, so that's how I guess you tie it in. And I spoke with Mr. Ryan before.
Oh, okay, yeah, Tom Ryan, my good buddy, acting coach, yeah.
Yeah, so you got into acting. I know you got into martial arts at an earlier age,
Yes.
and then you actually got into acting.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I started acting in high school, and from high school I went into college and did some acting in college. And then from there I started meeting some of the SWAT team guys, and they started getting me on Law and Order. And then I actually started working with Art Camacho, who got me in my first couple of films doing stunts. And with my jiu-jitsu background and knowing how to fall and take hits, he started letting me work with him and choreograph fight scenes. So that's how it all came about.
I was going to ask you about choreographing a fight scene. I've seen some of the pictures. A lot of intricacies.
Yes.
What about people getting hurt?
No one really gets hurt. We train them before, we work together, make sure no one gets hurt. I take a brunt of the beating so that no one else gets hurt, when we're on the set. But the actors are really good. I've done fight scenes with Sasha Mitchell, and I did fight scenes with Victor.
He's a kickboxer of
yeah, he's a kickboxer.
really big thing.
He's very, very good. So he was very controlled. Worked with a lot of people on film, so it's really nice to work with them with stunts.
Before we talk about the movie, I do have to also say I'm so impressed that you work with the Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts.
Yes.
I'm a 41-year breast cancer survivor,
Yes.
so the fact that you work and help those with cancer, again, and also in hospitals, I want to thank you for that.
No problem, my pleasure. I love to do seminars and charity events for anybody with breast cancer, children with diabetes.
I
We
love
do the
that.
Boy Scouts. I donate my time a lot,
And that's what my show is all about. Let's talk about the movie. I have to tell you, as a former teacher of English, give me the significance of the title, The Chemist.
Well, we have our assassin who kills people more with chemicals and drugs rather than with a gun. So they mix everything together and he sneaks into the rooms. They'll take a drink or wipe their eye or something or prick their finger, and all of a sudden now they're getting this drug infused in their body, and that's how he kills everyone. But the young Steve Dell is a little bit more aggressive and wants to shoot everybody, and that's not how they handle the business.
It's not. Right. So you have two assassins.
Yes.
You have a love interest,
Yes.
whom I heard from today in L.A.
Yes.
Right. She couldn't make it.
Right.
But I also know that you have unexpected events that take place.
Yes, there's a lot of different things that go on in the film. And all I could say is it was a pleasure working with Art Camacho, Olivier Gruner, Marty Cove was great, Patrick Kilpatrick, and
Richard Grieco.
yeah, Richard Grieco was in there, Nina Bergman, Stephanie Gerard, Steve Dell, Robert Miano was great in the film.
Yeah, he was in Donnie Brasco,
Yeah, Donnie
General
Brasco.
Hospital.
Yeah, he was great, and we just have a great cast. It was a lot. Carmen Cabana was our great DP, and she made the film really come to life with her shooting and all her knowledge. And me, her art, my two other partners, Joe and Cherise, really pulled it together, and it really turned out really nice.
Well, I do want to ask you, if you had to pick one central theme, what would it be? What do you want people to come away with?
Watch your back.
Whoa! I think on that note, I want to thank you so much.
Thank
How exciting for you.
Thanks
I
so
get
much
a
for
hug
being
on
here.
you.
Thank you very much. It's great. Great meeting you. Thank you.
I am here with the very charming Olivia Gruen, and I'm going to give a little bit of your background because it is fascinating. Olivia was born in Paris, and at the age of 18, he went into the service, a special corps. And unbelievable, although he had already been conversant in martial arts, he ended up the French kickboxing champion, the first Frenchman in the area to do that, and then for the world. How amazing is that?
Well, it's an adventure. So I think the Navy was really that we can call that the adventure. Been in Africa, in Somalia, Djibouti, different part of the world. That really taught me a lot of things about life. How tough it can be, and how reacting from the difficult time how to make it enjoyable. So then we went to I became a fighter. And then being a fighter is tough also as well. It's not easy. So you got to train every day. You got to make sure that you eat right and
stay in shape, which you are.
Yeah, you have a lot of competition also as well.
You're also an avid skier.
Say again?
You're also an avid skier.
Yeah, after the Navy, I went to the French Alps, and I became a ski patrol. And so I had to learn. I used to ski already, but I used to get extremely good because when you do ski patrol, you need to be able to deal with different situations, especially the different snow, icy, no icy. We call it croûte, which means half ice, half powder. So anyway, you got to be very comfortable on ski.
Now, if this interview comes out really good, would you take me up in the helicopter you fly?
Yeah, and I became a helicopter pilot.
Was that a yes?
Yeah, well, I used to fly for Blue Hawaiian in Hawaii.
Right.
And Maverick in the Grand Canyon. Great companies. So if you go to Hawaii, or if
That's
you go
it?
to the Grand Canyon, take these companies.
Very quickly, you play an assassin. How difficult was that for you in this movie? And with the love interests, without giving too much away.
Playing an assassin? Well, I guess in the Navy they train you to be an assassin, don't they?
I guess so. I said love interest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to give too much away.
No, we don't want to.
I want to thank you so much, and I
Okay.
can't wait to see you.
Okay, thank you. Pleasure. Aloha.
This is a very big honor to have Martin Cove. Many people know you as the sensei, John Kreese from The Karate Kid. Now, you were in 3 of those shows.
Yes, yes.
But I know you from other works as well, which is really exciting. I want to share some of the TV shows you've been in. May
All
I
right.
do that? Okay. Charlie's Angels?
Oh, God, that goes back a long time.
So do I.
That's very fast. That goes back a long time. In fact, it appeared on DirecTV, and, you know, I have it to tape when sometimes old shows come up. And in 1 week, I think it was Charlie's Angels, where I kidnapped Sammy Davis Jr., which is hysterical, because I loved him. And I'm really into Westerns, and he was great. And we used to go into his dressing room, and he had this great rig that he gave me. And he's such a fast draw artist. It was incredible to see how fast. Oh, he's a great guy. Great
And I
guy.
know you love Westerns. You're right.
yeah.
I know you've been involved in that. Some of the others, Chips, Murder, She Wrote. But one
yes.
of my favorites, Cagney and Lacey.
Ah.
Oh my gosh, I watched every single one of those shows.
I went to see, day before yesterday, I went to see Tyne Daly in It Should Have Been You, this Broadway musical comedy. And I was crying the whole time. It was so touching and so wonderful that everybody should go and see it. It's an original piece, and she's brilliant. And the cast is brilliant. It's all people, everybody's got 4 or 5 awards, Drama Desk Awards, Tonys, all kinds of terrific awards. A great cast, big
That's
cast.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
now,
just
in
wonderful.
Rambo with Sylvester Stallone,
Yeah.
can you tell me any little story there?
The story?
Yeah, it's something that maybe
Okay,
you don't know.
it's a funny story.
Oh, I love funny
It's a
stories.
little funny story. I'm jogging. Every morning I would jog, and one day I'm jogging, and I brought my regulator and I brought my BCD to go scuba diving in Acapulco Bay, and they do parasailing and all that. And then I'm jogging, and I see a stream of waste, toilet paper, everything, pouring down from the mainland right on the beach, going out to the Acapulco Bay. And I couldn't believe it. So I never got a chance to realize, and I looked up, and all these people are parasailing, and of course falling into the water. And I said, either something is leaking, or it's the greatest secret ever kept in Mexico.
Oh, that's hysterical.
And then I of course I didn't go diving.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it's very funny.
I love that.
But that's a long time ago. So they've cleaned it up, I'm sure. I'm sure, you know.
Wyatt Earp?
Yeah, Wyatt Earp was.
That had
I
to
cried
be
when I
fun.
left that set.
I was going to say, because you love horseback riding, you love animals.
Well, I love westerns, and working with Kevin was great,
Yeah.
and working with Larry Kasdan was great. And there's a funny story about that too. I have a scene where I punch out at the beginning. I hit Kevin, and
That fist is coming.
I hit him. I do this, and everybody's all around. And it's Larry Kasdan. It's a $90 million picture. And the sound guy keeps saying, there's this sound. What is that sound? Every time you hit him, there's a sound like that. And we do 1 take, 2 take, 3 takes. And I realized no one could figure out the sound because I'm going across, and you don't see my mouth because I'm bringing my fist right across my mouth and hitting him. And I realized, when you're a little kid, some people punch and they do this, or they'll go like that, and they make sound of it. And it was me. So and then I looked at Larry and I looked at Kevin, and they looked back at me, and then I said, "Guys, I'm really sorry. It's me, and I'm habitually doing that sound because when I was a kid shadowboxing."
That's what you did. That's the way you did it.
And that's the way I did it, and it helped me with my rhythm of the punch, and everybody I thought was going to get so pissed off,
And
they all broke up laughing.
Isn't that terrific?
And
look
because
at the
they all
happy
knew they
mood.
did that as
They've
kids.
all done as kids. Excited about tonight, the movie?
Yeah, today it's fun. And Art Camacho, he, he directed me in a wonderful picture that I just enjoyed. And we actually shot it on the Cagney and Lacey set downtown. It was about 10 years after we finished shooting the series. And Art Camacho is a wonderful director. And
He does a lot of fight choreography. He's known for that, right?
well, that's why. I mean, I used the scene with trying to destroy Richard Grieco on a rooftop of the Cagney and Lacey set, trying to throw him off the roof. And Art directed this, and it was I still have it on my action reel, and it was just great stuff. It was a movie, I think it was called Final Payback, I think it was called. It's on video, but it's a wonderful piece.
I want to thank you so much. I think you're wonderful, and I can't wait to see the movie.
Very good. Nice getting you.
I am with the very prestigious Art Camacho. I have heard so many incredible things about you, and amidst all this noise, I do want to share with the audience some of the things I've heard. In addition to being an actor, you have been director, you've been involved in commercials, but you're very well known in all the magazines, also for the way that you stage fights, you choreograph them. Tell me about that, Art, will you?
The fight choreography is more like dancing with music as opposed to fighting. People have the misconception that it's about fighting. It's not really about fighting. It's about exploding. It's about telling a story. And then it
That's
involves,
your choreography. I'm a former dancer.
Yeah, so you'll be a natural. And it's basically, editing, shooting. It's a whole group of people making it look great.
And it has to be very carefully developed so that nobody gets hurt.
Absolutely. My motto is safety first. We can do some extraordinary things, and they look exciting, but in hundreds of fights that I've choreographed, I've had one minor injury.
Is that right? Yeah. Now, my dad was a Golden Glover, and they took ballet lessons.
That's excellent, because of the flexibility, and then in terms of even the boxing, how you move your body. Mm-hmm. Very explosive. I
have to tell you a little secret. Confessions of a Pit Fighter. I know about that. We had Hector Echeverria, Flavor Flav. I wrote that movie, and I directed it, and I choreographed the action, I co-produced it. It was a very personal film for me, a very personal film. And what about tonight? How personal is this for you tonight? This one tops a lot of things I've done because it's a great team behind me. And it's a great story, great actors, but the team of Tom Renner, Charisse Ishmael, Joe Navarro, I can't tell you how blessed I am. It's a family. Yes, I am so blessed to have them as partners and having them producing this film. Well, maybe next time I'll be in your film. You've got to be. Check her out. You want to see her in the film? I do. Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart. Con mucho gusto. I am here with Benoit, who's also known as Benny, and this amazing man has accomplished so much on the ice. Ice hockey. We're talking about Islanders. We're talking about the Stanley Cup 1999. Tell me why you're here tonight. You're not going to skate in here.
Well, I'm here today to basically, Tom is the one that I know, to my fiance where she worked and, doing therapy. And so I was invited as a guest. So I'm looking forward to watch the movie. It'll be fun.
What was your most exciting moment in your career that you'd like to share? There's got to be that one defining moment where you say, that's it.
Well, I think as a kid, I think the most incredible moment is the day you're drafted when you're 18. But over the course of my career, I think winning the Stanley Cup was a big event in my career, and then that's what we played for. So that was a big thing for me.
Oh, I think that is just amazing. And I know they're going to be so thrilled to have you here tonight and to have your support and the camaraderie of everybody else that's here. Well, I'll see you at the after party, I hope.
Sounds good. We'll see you then. Thank you.
I'm a hugger, so. I am with one of my favorite people in the whole world. I'm talking about Noel Lightning Star Torres. Hello.
Hi, Gail. Great to see you again.
I'm so excited that you came tonight. The Chemist is an amazing movie. It's filled with action, love, and martial arts. What do you think?
That's what I heard, and that's why I came here to see the martial arts, see if those type of movies come back.
And
I remember when I was younger, I used to see them karate films all the time.
And I thought you came to see me.
Yes, I did come to see you, and Shelley.
And Shelley, of course. But this is going to be so much fun. You know, there are so many different stars in this particular movie. Some are stuck in LA, but we're going to have quite a few tonight. Can you hear all the excitement around us?
I hear all the people excitement. I see popcorn, theater.
Smell it.
Yes, I love it. This is the first time I actually been here. This is a really beautiful place.
I love it. We're going to do the interviews, then we'll see the movie, and then we're going to have a wonderful party here afterward.
Yeah, I can't wait for the party, so good. Well, okay, I want to see the film, and then
Absolutely. So this is going to be a lot of fun. What's going on in your life? What's happening?
Well, we're working on the Familia. Hopefully, things are working out pretty good on that. But I'm also working on my film Conjures, which I'm very excited about. Horror film, sexy horror film. And that should start shooting in about a month and a half.
You know how excited I am about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Conjures. As for the Familia, we're still working on that. It takes, we're in talks, and that's really going to be a big, big project. So.
Okay, and you know what? Good things take a while to develop,
yes.
And then when they're done, then that's great.
I know, and hopefully everything will work out, just like it's going to work out for this film.
Absolutely. Thank you, Noel.
Okay, thank you, Gail.
So here I am with Grandmaster Samuel Kwok. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
I'm delighted to have you here tonight, and it's a big honor. I'm learning so much about Chinese martial arts, but I do have a couple of questions for you, if I may.
Yes, sure.
Yes, okay. I'd like you to tell me about Wing Chun.
Yeah.
Ah, did I say it correctly?
Yeah, Wing Chun.
Wing Chun. Okay.
So Wing Chun is invented by women like 350 years ago, and was made famous when it come eventually to Grandmaster Yip Man, who taught Bruce Lee.
Who taught Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this is the style of kung fu that Bruce Lee has learned, and you know.
Now you didn't start in this very early age. Did you get into it later on?
Yeah, I do. With martial art, but when it comes to Wing Chun, it's about later on about 1970s.
Now I understand that you went to the United Kingdom and then came to America. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also need to ask you, now I read about this, what is this famous wooden dummy technique? Are you allowed to share that?
Yeah, in the Wing Chun system, we have forms and two weapons, and then this is a wooden dummy technique. It's like a wooden man.
Okay.
Make of blocks of wood, and we practice and different techniques on it. And
but that's supposed to be a privilege for you to discover this or to learn about this?
This is more like an advanced.
It's an advanced stage. Yeah, very good. Yeah. What does it mean to you to be here tonight for Tom Brenner in The Chemist?
It's a big honor and privilege for me to be in the movie. And thank you to associate producer Lou Dwyer for making it happen, and also Art Camacho.
Well, Grandmaster, I want to thank you so much, and I'll see you in the movie.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm standing here with Dr. Hishma, who actually was born in New Jersey, came to Long Island, and I have to tell you, this man does remarkable things. Not only does he go to San Salvador, or the Honduras, but he has also gone to the Mideast to train other doctors in his field. And the field is extraordinary. I'm just so excited. You work with people who have horrific spinal injuries and help to correct. Tell us about that.
Spinal deformities like scoliosis or spine cancer. I went to Honduras a couple of times. I went to Middle East last year. I'm actually going to Middle East this year to train a neurosurgeon how to do some basic spine surgery. And I'm going to Dominican Republic next year in March. So I enjoy bringing that skill set and the ability to kind of educate physicians around the world. And, you know, it's mostly for the children because they kind of need the assistance, and it's important.
Absolutely. It's wonderful that you're doing the mission work that you are. Now, you're involved in the movie, and I understand you're producer? One of the producers?
I'm one of the executive producers. So I guess one of the background guys that kind of.
Now, you're not in the movie.
I'm not in the movie, no. Would you want this in the movie?
Yes. Absolutely. You're a Long Islander, so am I. Stony Brook.
Yes,
Did you went to Stony Brook?
Residency in Stony Brook, yes.
I did my undergraduate.
Yes, fantastic academics there, yes.
Now, as far as the movie, do you see the different actors? Do you treat them at all?
It's funny you asked that question. The answer is no until yesterday, actually. At a party, you know, of course, they gravitate towards you when they have similar problems. I don't informally treat them, but they had some questions because they had a couple spine surgeries and they may need some additional surgery, so they're asking my opinion on certain stuff. So not necessarily treat, but give my advice as far as I feel comfortable in giving it.
It's terrific. Now, what do you want to say to Tom Renner tonight? As far as this movie, what are your feelings? You look in that camera, what would you say to him?
No, Tom, he's a fantastic, genuine guy, and I do appreciate the opportunity to be working with him. He's put his heart and soul in this project, and I wish him all the best, and I hope this does well for him because he really deserves it, and he really has put his heart into it. So I wish him the best.
Well, looking to make a difference, and in the Village of Gail, thanks you so much for all that you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure.
I'm standing here with the beautiful Chris Bannon Rodriguez. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm really excited to see the movie tonight. I'm very excited and honored to be here with everybody and a lot of friends here tonight.
Well, you have quite the resume, so I'd like you to share a few things. I know, of course, that you're a stunt double and that you did quite a bit in the film?
Yes, I'm a 9-time world champion in karate with forms, fighting, and weapons. And that's
what degree belt are you?
I'm a 9th degree. So that's kind of how I got started in the film business. Someone asked me about stunt doubling for Hilary Swank in the next Karate Kid way back when. And, you know, we were the same size and everything, so it all worked. And that, you know, once I did that, I kind of fell in love with it and started doing other movies like, you know, Batman and Robin, and doubled for Alicia Silverstone and some other people and different.
Well, what made you get into karate to begin with? And apparently you love it. Would you recommend it for all kids?
Oh, I definitely recommend it to kids. I mean, it really develops their self-confidence and their discipline, and kind of gives them that yes I can attitude with everything in life. I just basically did it with a girlfriend just to learn some self-defense. I was like,
because 13. You're tiny like I am. Am I right? And,
yeah.
And are people surprised when you tell them you have this belt and what you do?
Yeah, they are usually, you know.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Okay, when you met your husband, was he a little leery?
When I met my husband, he was actually my instructor.
He was your instructor. Was he your sensei? Is that what you say?
Yes, he was my instructor. So, you know, for years he was just my instructor, but then, you know, we developed a relationship, and before you know it, married.
Oh, that's true. Do you have children?
Yes, I have 2 boys.
The reason I'm asking is, are they involved in this as well?
Absolutely. My son Dante actually just auditioned for a movie yesterday, and he's a world champion, just won a world title in Italy.
How old is he?
He's 17. And my other son Nico is 14, and he's also involved in the martial arts and getting ready to test for his black belt.
Now, you know, of course, Tom Renner. Who else do you know in the movie tonight? Do you know everybody?
Not everybody, but Art Camacho is a very old and dear friend, and he actually directed.
Well, not that old.
Directed a movie I was in with Don Wilson and Cynthia Rothrock, so I was able to work with him on a film. So, you know, him and Tom are my big reasons for coming here to show my support. And
well, I want to thank you for being interviewed, and I can't wait to see this.
I can't either. I'm excited.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
I'm here with Hans Bill, and you're on the Howard Stern show. Tell me about this.
Well, everything started years ago when I did a contest on the Howard Stern show. I ended up winning a jet ski. I won a song contest, and after winning the song, Howard Stern invited me back to the show to do the song live, and again uncensored. Once they went to satellite radio, then after that, Howard Stern invited me to 2 other contests, which I was a finalist. And then after that, Howard Stern invited me back to be a judge of Playboy models.
Whoa.
Which the show is called Playboy Evaluators, which the Playboy models come in, they get topless, and we evaluate to say if they're good enough for Playboy. So it was a lot of fun.
So what'd you think?
It was great.
They were goodness.
Great to see the ladies, and also Howison invited me to his birthday bash, which was
for heaven's sake.
Yeah, at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
So he's really a sweet man, right?
A very nice guy, and he cares about people. But you got to remember that he does a big show, 28 million almost on Sirius satellite radio, and it's something that a guy who gets paid $400 million for 5 years, that's a good show.
And I know that his wife is involved with adopting animals North Shore.
Yes, she's been adopting cats and dogs. Their house, their apartment in Manhattan, Beth Stern and Howard Stern, so far they adopted over 60 cats. And every day they probably have like 5 or 10 cats, and people adopt them right from their house.
That's beautiful, yes. And that's what I'm all about, looking to make a difference with Gail, and those are the things that I look for. So are you excited about tonight, seeing the movie?
I'm very excited about the movie. I'm also a martial artist from years ago, and the good thing is Tom Renner wants me to be in one of his movies coming up, which we don't know yet. They're still doing the script, and Art Camacho is going to direct another movie I'm going to be in, which is called Marco the Cobra.
Unbelievable. Everyone's talking about Art Camacho.
Yeah, Art Camacho, a great friend of mine for years. Tom Renner just became a friend recently.
Am I going to become your friend?
Yeah, you're my friend already. So you could check.
Know each other.
Yeah, of course. You could check me out on Facebook, Hammans Bill, or hammansbill.com.
Shall do. Thank you so much for letting me interview you.
Thank you.
And it was fun meeting you before.
Thank you too. I mean, it's very nice event.
I give you a hug?
Of course. That's fun.
I met this very charming man tonight, Di Pasquale. I have to talk to you a little bit about this because Tom Renner is so thrilled with you being here. I know you came all the way from New Jersey to Huntington.
Yes.
Tell me what this means to you tonight.
It means a lot to me. Listen, Art Camacho directed my movie that Tom was in back in late 90s. And he met Art through my action film academy. A lot of people went on to do movies. I taught them how to do stunt work. Tom started with that. He started with my action film academy, which I started in 1999, somewhere around there. I started the action film. No, 91. I started the action. I've been doing it 22 years, 23 years, and he started there. Most of the guys in New Jersey metropolitan area had nowhere to go to learn how to get into the film business. And
you're the one who helped them.
I'm the one who got everybody helped push them forward. I owned a magazine called Karate International, and had the first internet site, did a lot in the martial arts. So I had the springboard to help a lot of people and start something through my magazine. And through that, I have people like Rick Fike out in, he's out in, where is he? He's in Ohio. And in Ohio, he's doing all the stunts for all the films that come into Ohio, and he started my Action Film Academy. I have, guys that are actually getting the SAG cards, moving along rapidly, a lot of guys that we teach. And a lot of the kids that have come a long way, and they're adults now.
I know you're a SAG actor, so
yes,
you've been
I'm a SAG actor.
We were talking about some
I've been very, very fortunate. But you know what? It's all about being able to help other people. I'm at a point in my life where I travel a lot. I have a lot of, Tom is also one of my students. So I just gave him, a very high rank in the martial arts and jiu-jitsu, which helped him a lot.
Look in that camera and tell Tom what this means to you tonight, how you're feeling, because when he sees this, I'd like him to know exactly.
Oh, you know how I feel? Tom is like my little brother. I go out every year to his event, or I should say to his school, and teach, and I see him in I would do anything in the world for this man for one reason, because he's honest, he's loyal, he's sincere, and he's a good person. He never talks bad about other people, and he's driven to help kids. When he teaches in a high school, that's not an easy thing to do.
And I'll tell you what, with your help, you're going to make it.
Well, he will make it for sure.
Thank you.
And thank you. God bless you.